Okay. So the first problem says, Hal Sporting Goods had a one-day sale. The original price of a mountain bike was $325. On sale, it was $276.25. What is the percent reduction for the sale? So what is the percent reduction for this sale? What was the original price?
$325.
Okay. So if we want to find percent, one way that we can do this is we can figure out what number out of 100 is equal to 325. Everybody agree that this is the total here?
Yep.
Okay? Or the whole? Everybody agree that this is the whole here?
Yeah.
Okay? Now our job is to find this right here, the percent, the out of 100 piece. But we need to figure out what number we need to put up here. And to figure that out, we need to be very careful here. On sale, it was $276. What is the percent reduction for this sale? What does reduction mean? Katie? The amount that we're taking away. Do we take away $276.25? No, that's how much we pay. So how would we find the amount that we took away? How could we do that?
325 minus 276.25.
That's right. Everybody hear that? That's going to tell us how much we got on our sale. And that's going to basically tell us this number right here. When we have this number right here, we can find this number right here. Does that make sense to everybody? This is part of the group out of the whole. Anytime we take our part and divide it by our whole, we can always find a percent. Every single time. So we can use ratios all the time to solve these problems. So let's figure that out. What is 325 subtract 276.25? Uh-oh. 11 subtract 7 isn't 5, is it? How about $48.75? Now, is that the amount that we reduced?
No.
So should we be able to put that amount up here? Now, eyes right here. When you find your percent on any test that you do, don't you take the amount that you got right divided by the total number of points, right? And that gives us a percent. Now what this is going to do right up here, if we do it this way, we're not going to find a decimal number. We're not going to find a decimal number. We're going to actually find the percent because we're going to use what we did in chapter 5. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. Or you can use your crisscross method. So I want you guys right now to punch this into your calculator. Let's get going, and I want to hear what the numbers are. What you got? Yes. The math lab with test. Yes. That Davis, Cody, and Moser. She's got to look into Google on the calendar, not on the technology. Yeah. All right, what did we find out? Kobe, what method did you use? Did you crisscross it, or did you use whatever you do the bottom, I have to do the top?
I kind of used a different method. It's one of my own creation.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
You just basically just divide the top number by the bottom number, and you get your percent. You get your decimal to get your percent.
Right.
Times 20. Then you do that under median percent.
Kids, watch this. And can I show you just a little bit more? If you do the cross method, what I'm doing right now I don't have to worry about the decimal. Okay? Because now I have 4,875. If I divide that by 325, I'll get this answer right here. Okay? And here's why. 100 times this is 4875. We know that 325 times this number must be 4875. How do we find that missing number? We take this number here, divide it by right here, and we're right there. Okay? Anybody do whatever you do the bottom, you have to do the top. What's our magic number? 3.25. So I'm going to erase this part right here because it's kind of getting in the way. And so we said down here, 3.25. So that means we do the same thing up here, 3.25. And then Cameron, I'm guessing that you took this 48.75 and divided it by 3.25 and you got your answer. Is that right?
Yep.
What answer? I'm going to get to your answer in a second. What answer did you get? 15. What answer did you get?
I got 14.07. No, 0.47. Okay, 0.14076.
You got to do it again. Got to do it again. Did you get 15% right on the nose? Did you get 15% right on the nose? Got to do it again.
I did something
Shh.
completely different.
Now, I'm going to show you one other way real quickly to do this. And that's the same way that Kobe was just talking about. If you do 48.75 and divide it by 325. 48.75 divided by 325. You should get 0.15. Either way, the answer is 15%. Now, here's the other way that the book showed you most of the time and the way that I told you a little bit. Once we do our subtraction, we know that $48.75, $48.75 is, and now they say what percent, right? It's not known, so I'm going to put in a P for percent. Could I put in an N for a number? Yeah, could I put in any letter I want? Sure. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to call it P. A percent. And it's the percent of what? Shh. Oh, wait. Percent of what? Yeah. No, it's the percent. The percent is what we're going to be reduced. But what is 48.75? That's the difference between 325 and our sales price. But 48.75 is what percent of our total, right? Of the total. What's the total? 325. Now, just doing this algebraically, we want to get the percent by itself. Is that right? So we would do this. We'd divide by 325. Whatever you do to one side, we have to do to the other. And once again, you'd get your percent as a decimal number, then we'd have to convert it over to an actual percent. Okay? Makes sense to everybody? Okay, let's do number. In a survey, 46 people, which is 20%. 46 people, which is 20% of those surveyed, chose red as their favorite color. How many people were surveyed? Oh my goodness, this is so easy. To do it proportionally. Watch. 20% out of 100. Is 46 part of the group, or is that the whole group? Yeah, because it says 46, which was 20%. 20% is 46, so we go like this, 46. Now, when we get done, we're going to try and find this whole group, right? Let's read the question. How many people were surveyed? Is that the whole? We're good to go. My ratio is set up perfectly. Now I just need to use my steps. If you want to use crisscross and divide by the missing number, you can find whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. Both those methods would work perfectly here. If you like doing the other way, which I did over here, which involves the algebra, this problem just says 46 people is 20% of a number, of the total. So if we look at this, it just looks like this. 46 is 0.2 n. How do we get n by itself? Divide by what? Thank you. Divide by 0.2. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. And now we'll get what our number is. Okay? So just trying to show you multiple ways to do it. We can still use ratios, or you can solve it algebraically. But we need to understand that those two are the same. I'm going to tell you right now, you're a 5 if you can do it both ways. You're a 5 if you can do it both ways. If you can't do it either way, probably not a 5. Definitely not going to be a 4. But you will see problems like this on your test. And we'll plan on testing sometime next week, probably Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Gracie?